Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Blueberry Thoughts podcast. I'm your host, Jonuts Burki. I start this journey into podcasting as someone who's always been fascinated by the complex world of technology, the way it blends with culture, and how it affects society as a whole. For the past few months, I have taken a deep dive into generative AI and its ripple effects that are just now starting to show. I am sharing my thoughts on the subject on my blog, blueberrythoughts.com, and in other media. I've embarked on this adventure not just out of my own interest, but also to share the insights, discoveries, experiments, and understanding that I've garnered over the years. One of the latest developments you may have heard of is voice cloning, and I've decided to use that technology for this podcast. So now, I will leave you with my voice clone and AI-enhanced alter ego, Ivor J. Burks. He will guide you through this journey at the intersection of human creativity and artificial intelligence. Thank you for being here.
Hello there, Ivor here taking over for Jonuts. Back in 2020, my exploration into the field of AI began with a course at Oslo Met University. The project I created for the course exam was called Parent 2, which aimed at exploring how AI could assist us in becoming better parents. It was a remarkable journey that further fueled my interest in the field. Fast forward to late 2022, OpenAI released ChatGPT, a cutting-edge AI model that took the world by storm. It led to the explosion of the generative AI field, and in my case, a creative collaboration that resulted in my book, Blueberry and the Bear, and Other Stories. From there, the journey has been nothing short of exhilarating. It's taken me from giving presentations and engaging in thought-provoking discussions at work, with friends and family, to giving interviews in local media and magazines. I've even written a retort in a national newspaper here in Norway. I've tested numerous AI-powered tools and conducted numerous experiments which you can read or see on my blog and other platforms. In this podcast, we'll be taking a deep dive into all things AI, discussing its impact on our lives, society, and the world at large. We'll explore the possibilities, the challenges, and the dangers that this revolutionary technology presents. So, whether you're an AI enthusiast, a skeptic, or just curious, there's something here for you. In this first episode, I will present you a few of the experiments I have been publishing on the blog since last year. I will be reading you excerpts from the articles and playing some of the audio bits. Let's begin with an audio ad for the book.
Hello, readers. Ever wondered what happens when human creativity intersects with artificial intelligence? Presenting Blueberry and the Bear and Other Stories, the world's first book written together with ChatGPT and illustrated with DALL-E 2.
Wow!
This collection of bedtime stories is a unique blend, ranging from classical tales featuring your beloved animals to futuristic narratives exploring human-tech interaction. Inspired by the extraordinary accounts of Jules Verne, the author hopes to inspire you too, to dream big but remain grounded in the reality of building responsible, trustworthy AI, to envision a future where technology fuels human development without ignoring our ethical concerns or our planet's ecosystems. Get ready to curl up in your cozy chair, grab your favorite stuffed animal, and embark on a journey into the fantastical worlds of co-written human-AI bedtime stories. These tales will enchant and delight readers of all ages, stirring dreams of a future where humans and AI create magic together. And the conversation doesn't end with the last page. Join us online at blueberrythoughts.com to keep the discussion going on this groundbreaking endeavor and the endless possibilities that lie at the intersection of human creativity and artificial intelligence. You can find Blueberry and the Bear and Other Stories on Amazon in Kindle and paperback format, but you can also download the book for free in EPUB or PDF format from our website, blueberryandthebear.com.
Now, Let's have a look at one of the first articles published back in January titled, "The Child in the Darkroom, a Metaphor on AI." Here is an excerpt. You can read the full article on blueberrythoughts.com. Here are some thoughts about generative AI after a few weeks of testing several tools and seeing how people use them and react to the possibilities. The reactions have been gathered from different sources: Twitter, Reddit, Discord, mostly from Midjourney and OpenAI channels, YouTube, etc. The reactions are on a wide and wild spectrum. Some people dismiss using generative AI as being lazy, stupid, unethical, or even illegal. The majority are testing it with curiosity and trying to understand the possibilities. And a few bold ones have, or at least are declaring that they have, fully embraced generative AI in their workflow, professional, or even personal life. From the annoying YouTubers who are eager to teach you how to get filthy rich with AI in 2023, to those using ChatGPT and Character.ai as a free alternative to seeing a psychologist. From the lonely young Asian male uploading pictures of himself on Discord and feeding them to Midjourney with the prompt, "with many girlfriends," hugging from behind, to those professional graphic designers who have quietly incorporated the same tool in their day-to-day work, some for inspiration, some for downright doing the work. From the internet trolls trying to show that ChatGPT has racial or religious bias, to the guy who had a virtual affair with a character created using ChatGPT. Not to mention those users using private mode or training their own stable diffusion models in their basement somewhere. The explosion of the content generated or at least enhanced by AI across all imaginable platforms has been keeping me awake at night for the past few weeks. That and exploring the possibilities for an inquisitive and creative mind that has always embraced new technology with cautious optimism. Deepfakes will be the least we need to worry about when an AI that knows all the nooks and crannies of the human mind starts being used and abused to manipulate us into anything, from buying pillows to joining a new cult or voting for a despotic leader. To explore these dangers, I have asked ChatGPT to write a speech explaining in simple terms how the explosion of AI technology can have as an outcome the emergence of a class of super people enhanced at the cognitive level by AI, and how that would put the vast majority of the population at a disadvantage. Here it is.
Welcome, everyone. As we all know, AI technology is advancing rapidly. We're already seeing it being used in many different areas, from self-driving cars to medical diagnosis. And as it continues to improve, we can expect to see it being used in even more ways. But one possible outcome of this explosion in AI technology is the emergence of a new class of people who are super in terms of their cognitive abilities, because they have been enhanced by AI. These individuals could have memory, data processing, and problem-solving abilities that far surpass those of the average person. At first glance, this might seem like a good thing. After all, who wouldn't want to be able to think faster and smarter? But there's also a downside to consider. If only a small group of people has access to these enhancements, it could create a huge gap between that group and the rest of society. For example, imagine a future where all of the top jobs, from CEO to scientist to doctor, are held by people who have had their cognitive abilities enhanced by AI. The vast majority of the population would be at a severe disadvantage when it comes to competing for those jobs, and would likely be left with fewer opportunities and lower-paying jobs. This could create a divide between the haves and the have-nots that is much wider than anything we've seen before. And that's not all. As these super people become more powerful, they will also be able to control more of the resources of society and also influence more decision-making processes, creating a power gap between them and the rest of the population. We need to start thinking about how we're going to handle this situation before it becomes a reality. We can't just let it happen and hope for the best. We need to find ways to ensure that everyone has an equal chance to access these enhancements, and that we don't create a society where a small group of people have all the power and everyone else is left behind. At the same time, we also need to consider how we can prepare the society for the possibilities that AI can bring, and also make sure to create laws and regulations to protect society from the negative consequences of AI. So let's start having this conversation now, before it's too late. Let's work together to create a future where AI is a blessing, not a curse. Thank you.
Now, an excerpt from another article titled, "Women in AI is not about gender equality. It's about our survival as a species. Artificial intelligence is advancing rapidly with undeniable impacts on our society, from self-driving cars to personalized assistants and compassionate AI friends. AI is revolutionizing how we live, work, and interact. As we develop increasingly advanced AI systems, it is crucial to consider the people working on them and the values they bring. Recruitment systems using AI have shown bias against women, while facial recognition technology has demonstrated higher error rates for women and people of color. This is likely due to insufficiently diverse datasets used to train these systems. Such biases have led to misidentification and wrongful arrests, causing significant harm to individuals and communities. To address these issues, we need more diversity in AI at all levels, from research to testing, deployment, and regulation. Women provide different perspectives and experiences that can help develop and deploy fair, ethical, and inclusive AI systems. However, it's not just about gender equality. It's also about ensuring our survival as a species by incorporating women's perspectives, experiences, and goals in AI systems. Developing AI with traditionally feminine traits such as empathy, compassion, and care is vital for aligning AI systems with human values and priorities that promote our thriving as a species. We need AI that goes beyond merely streamlining work tasks and hyperproductivity. I have also written in traditional media, so to conclude this episode, I will read you my retort to an article in the Norwegian newspaper VG I titled, "Learn About Artificial Intelligence Before It Learns About You." In recent months, I have taken a deep dive into generative artificial intelligence, tested an insane amount of tools of all kinds. It started with me writing and illustrating a book using ChatGPT before Christmas. I ended up writing this reply with a pen on paper. What we have seen and heard recently is true. We are not going to be able to trust what we read, see, or hear on our gadgets anymore. We have sacrificed our digital reality to the god AI, a god who would solve all social problems, solving the climate crisis, while the reality is that an enormous amount of energy is used to make the AI cabal go around, create more jobs while the big technology companies get rid of tens of thousands of workers, making a better world for us humans as algorithmic manipulation becomes more pervasive and powerful. Disinformation tools are available to all. It's not Skynet or the Matrix we should worry about, at least not yet. The dangers of AI are real, and they are here now. But they come from the people who abuse the technology and those who push an agenda for progress at any cost. We cannot put AI on pause, but we can learn about what it is and what it means for us as a society. We can take a step back and rethink our relationship with technology and to each other. Thanks again for joining me on this journey. I really appreciate your time and interest in this age of fleeting attention spans. Join us next time on the Blueberry Thoughts podcast, where we continue our exploration into the fascinating world of AI. We will be having a look at the 2023 Work Trend Index annual report. It was just released by Microsoft Work Lab under the ambitious and uncertain title of "Will AI Fix Work?" Until then, I'm Ivor J. Burks. Stay curious.